Well, hello. How you doing? I'm a little discombobulated. Hello, it's Patricia Ann Landon Regali, Chief Little Flower, coming at you from Total Truman Show. God forsaken, because it's a Truman Show. It's some you gotta find the ha-ha and the macabre sometimes. Where other targeted individuals are perused, displayed beyond our knowledge, devalued, kiwi farms, and where other targeted individuals have become snuff films, coming at you concurrently with the upright World Wide Web here on YouTube. At the time of this recording, it is Sunday, October 20, 2024. Did I mention it was Sunday? I'm telling you, I'm a bit discombobulated. Because it's just keep swimming, and I'm just keeping on swimming. I'm like, I'm a big fan of multiple tarot readers, and I'm a big fan of Olivia Leeds with Love, who is currently Beauty 9419, if I'm not mistaken, she's another heavily targeted individual, so man, she's got it harder than I do right now. I'm like, dude, I'm just gonna keep it there. Because even though I am being targeted by those close to me that I love, I wouldn't show you, ironically, short of, just be still, short of Stockholm Syndrome, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Why? Well, for one, okay, maybe it is a bit of Stockholm Syndrome, because I honestly, truly do love them. Hold on a second. Sort of Stockholm Syndrome. In all of my time of being a hermit, railroaded out of an authentic career as a thriving paramedic working Texas Medical Center. Whenever the gang stalking came to roost in my life with the blacklisting, man, I could, that's another topic, but, and the irony is being judged for the hovel these assholes railroaded me into, and judged me for that, when if you'd have left me alone, I had a Jeep Wrangler, I had an RV, a camper, and I just got in a truck, and was a mistress of my own domain, and those assholes, fuckers, man, busted the back windshield of a Suburban that I had, and then just wreaked havoc on the house I was renting. Man, this Nazi Auschwitz 2.0 is going beyond the jugular, because it's kind of like fucking with your target hard and then going for the jugular. It had just been more humane to go straight for the jugular and be done with it. But then how would they get their macabre entertainment out of perusing the farm of their targeted individuals, So, but that aside, being a hermit, I'm a philosopher, I'm a thinker, and in all of the hardships, I really dug my heels in deep and did what I knew to be right, and also was guided by the teachings that my mom had taught me along the way, in conjunction with studying and the such. And so by the time I had come to my benefactor's estate, it was like I was so disappointed when they started fucking with me. And it was like, really? Are we doing this here too? Fuck. That's like, it's kind of like Hansel and Gretel. Let's come on in, Hansel and Gretel. We will take care of you. And then, meantime, they're milking you behind your back with running the PSYOP assignments. And I'll just put a pin in it and come back to that another time. But me praying and going to Jesus with it, and if you don't subscribe to Jesus, it's okay. Just, allow me the liberty and the freedom that's what I believe, okay? And so, it's being able to disagree harmoniously and go on with our own belief systems. I really don't like to push Jesus on anybody, but I will do my best to represent and teach, but it's never to say that what somebody else is doing is wrong, or, unless, of course, you're making satanic sacrifices, then I would have to say that's just wrong. But outside of that, I'm all like, okay, whatever. But so when it comes to those who have been accepting payment to abuse me to death, to those that have been accepting payments to bully me to death, I still love them. Why? Well, I see my presence in somebody's life as a gift in of itself. I mean, because why? Because I choose that for myself. I married into the name Regale, which means gift. So I'm like, I'm not giving that up. I kept it. See, no takesy backsies. I am the gift here. I'm the good Regale. God damn it. And then whereas in the 3D, it may look like I am very much a grateful recipient of my benefactor's providence, which is a home, a beautiful bed, roof over my head, and I get to eat warm food and actually have coffee. I'm still appreciative of all of that. But on the other hand, all of the abuse in the world that will never make all of the positive benefits acceptable. Just because you help somebody with your right hand doesn't mean you get to anally sodomize them with your left hand. But at the same time, while on the 3D it appears that I am the beneficiary of these wonderful benefits, if you were to take a step back from a bird's eye view, from a 5D perspective, I am the gift. Because as they are my assignment, I do pray for them. I pray that they find the healing they need. And of course, I preface it all with God's perfect will and full endorsement of karma. Because we're talking about your salvation here. We're talking about the everlasting second death, which is hell. And we can debate whether or not it is authentic or a myth all we want. That's fine. I'm accepting of that. But there is no negating the fact that there are many testimonials of people who have been to a very low vibratory dimension frequency, you can call it whatever you want. You can call it caca. You can call it poo-poo. You can call it hell. But at its base nature, when you strip away all of the adjectives of which you can label it, it is the lowest vibratory frequency throughout the dominion of the cosmos and universe. And there is no negating the fact that there are many people who have actually had death experiences and ended up there. And from my research, I have come to realize that there's no such thing as one and done. When you accept Jesus Christ, that's your perma get out of jail free card forever. No. When you accept Christ and have his sacrifice cleanse you of the impurities of all of the negative activities you would have opted out into, you have to maintain that. As kind of like the HOA. You just don't get to mow your lawn once and call it a lifetime. You have to maintain that bitch. You have to maintain your salvation. So consider hell kind of like the HOA. Or maybe Jesus, the HOA, however you want to look at it. You just don't get to buy your groceries once and call it done, one and done. You just don't get to go to the doctor and call it one and done. You have to maintain your salvation. You have to maintain that. So it's kind of like if Hitler had accepted Jesus Christ at any point in time in his life, God rest his soul, and he accepted Jesus Christ, hypothetically, then that means that no matter how many people he killed, he still gets to go and do that. The pearly gates. I mean, by that reasoning. But no, you have to maintain your salvation. It's not a one and done when you accept Jesus Christ. When you accept Jesus Christ, you thank him for cleansing him of your impurities, of all of the activities that had caused the impurities in the totality of your existence. But then you don't get to keep on cheating on people. You don't get to keep on sneaking people and expect the blood of Jesus Christ to be your everlasting get out of jail free card. So it's kind of like, say you had a nice grandmother who took you to the school bus every morning and, read your stories and stuff. But she had a boo thing that was married and she carried on with a 20-year, say, affair until he died. Then you couldn't go to the funeral because you were the other woman, even though you were nice to your neighbors and shit. You were an adulterer. And if you had accepted Jesus Christ, you needed to knock off all of that unholy activity. And if you didn't, and you ignored Jesus Christ, you don't get to escape the second death, which is the everlasting destruction, which is the lake of fire of hell. So these are the kind of conversations we need to have with each other. Because there are ministers out there, pastors and the such, men of the cloth, that do advocate the one and done, which is a lie. And we all need to get on the same page for those that actually do seek a higher way of thinking into evolving into higher states of frequencies. Because the higher we go, the more able that we're able to manifest. And so I look at the that those close to me, when they're doing all of their unholy shakedown of the psychotic psyop assignments that they get from their pedophile groomers of coach handlers, which are the organized part of the RICO crimes, which are all hate crimes, which all are felonies, and the bias of the gang stalking covers the trafficking of drugs, the fentanyl. I'm like, dude, if you ever had a family member that became a drug addict, wouldn't you want to support the best way of life that would erode drug trafficking? Participating in the gang stalking doesn't do that. Hello? And it enables the bias of child molestation. It enables the bias of sexual trafficking. It enables the bias of prostitution. It enables the bias of just human trafficking. And of course, the proliferation of all of these coven members. That's what the gang stalking does. So any participation in it is synonymous with Hitler. This is all Nazi origin. I've spoken about it in other videos. So with those that come sideways at me, for those close to me, while on the 3D it may appear that I am the beneficiary of their benefits, which I appreciate. Thank you for that. The inverse of it is that I'm the resident earth angel. You don't have to believe that I'm an earth angel. Who cares? But I am a resident prayer warrior, praying on their behalf to help them escape this second hell, because there is a minor that's being bred in all of the ways the elder is, which is Team Psyop Assignment Horse. But I don't think for an instant they have a single family member that is there trying to promote their shedding of the old wineskin, shedding of the old ways, in favor of dumping and ghosting the gang stalking, in favor of maintaining their salvation. Pretty much, I think it's just one shit pot of gang stalkers is my point here. And if they're just all one big Christian pretending shit pot of gang stalkers, who's going to talk to them about telling the truth? Who's going to talk to them about salvation of their own soul? I might be that only conversation ad nauseum, because it's never too late to hit reset, get right with yourself, tell the truth as prescribed in other videos. But I do have to say that if you refuse, well, wouldn't it be pretty crappy to say, if you were going to hop in a car knowing that car was doomed into a mangulated car wreck, to purposefully drag a child with you into that? That makes you beyond demonic monster, especially when that minor is looking to you for guidance. But, you know, if you were going to plant that kind of seed in breeding parasites, well, by all means, I'll shut the door for you both. But as a targeted individual, I shouldn't have to roll over and be expected to take the sucker jabs. I shouldn't have to be expected to roll over and sustain all of the psychological warfare, all the psychological battery, all of the bullying in silence. I shouldn't have to keep my mouth shut about hiding your demonstrative activities on me. I'm not a simp, honey. And if you don't like what I'm saying, well, that's between you and God and your demon. Because I have a right to defend myself in peace. I have a right to defend myself by speaking the truths as I see it. If you don't like me sharing the truth, then why don't you shake it up a bit and stop whoring out your integrity. And stop teaching others to whore out their integrity. So I shouldn't have to feel bad for speaking my truth. Because at the end of the day, I don't hate any one of you. I love you. I'm pulling for you to hit reset, get right with yourselves, get on track and stay the course and bring some souls with you. I bet you can do that if you wanted to. But, you know, it's like, I know I'm Truman Showed so hard. I was like, going, I like to, I'm just a creative person, you know. Sometimes I would practice spitballing rhymes and stuff. But, you know, yesterday I was going, because in my mind I'm like, maybe I can practice half steps, you know. And I said to the fire alarm camera Truman system, I said, hey, why don't you get the gang stalkers to the flying monkeys to do that. And they did. I was like, trainable little monkeys. You'll do anything you're paid to. Anything. And then so today I was like, so well, you know what that means is that at the end of your timeline, I control you. And I'm like, what? You guys sit there and wait until there's a break in the audio I'm listening to from downstairs? Do I control your day that much? And then so I'm all like, okay. Today I was like, get them to do that. What are the chances they don't have any goddamn backbone and would accept payment to do that? You know? Because at this point, they don't even know it, but their handlers are mocking them. That's why they came back with, I asked them to do it. But, you know, I'll just throw shit out there and see which ones that the flying monkeys are paid to latch onto. Because, you know, at some point, you all are controlling your stupid flying flunky monkeys that are out there accepting payments to bully you with the PSYOP assignments. At what point does it become they have lost their integrity that they'll do anything they're told to do? Man, back in this other place, all of the flying flunky monkeys would just turn around, drop down, and just show their ass out in public. I'm like, you don't feel stupid? Y'all know how stupid you guys look? And then I bet that their handlers were like, hey, I bet I can get them to do this. And they'll do it. Because they ain't got self-respect. Let's put it this way. If you're a flying flunky monkey goddamn gang stalker, you do not have an ounce of self-respect. Because if you did, you wouldn't be punking somebody to make money off somebody else's detriment. You would know how to love yourself more than that. And know how to maintain your integrity at every temptation instead of hoe it out for pennies on the dollar. So, You are your own worst enemy. But whoever's path I'm placed in, I'll give it a good go. I'll give it an ethical, moral shakedown to the best of my ability. And give you the conversation none of your other freak gang stalking, lackluster family would never give you. So, do what you want. Nosferatu, you're being mocked these days. You don't even know it. Well, I can do a video on the breakdown of that another time. But, that's it for now. Back on track, now that the weekend has come to a nice, yummy closing. Oh, and by the way, I really do appreciate everything that my benefactor has done for me. You know, I mean, although it's meant to take on sucker jabs and get hurt, you know, psychosocially from taking advantage of my situation, knowing my situation, and now that I realize you guys are just totally trying to drive me to death with all of your stupid psyop assignments. I'm over it now. And now you've become the fodder on your handler's plate. Don't even know it. At any rate, Patricia Ann Landon and Galley, Chief Little Flower, coming at you from the common decency of where Team Judas is not on dilution upstairs in my Rapunzel's tower. Waiting for Abba to do the ethical shakedown because man certainly hasn't. To the best of my ability. I mean, if there's somebody out there that knows something, when are you guys going to bring me justice and the truth of what's going on in my life by reporting to the owner some truth to eradicate the ambiguity of what everybody else knows? Well, we shall soon see. Peace out. Bye for now. Thank you for watching.